NT Chief Minister Leah Finocchiaro joins us now from Alice Springs. Good morning to you, Chief Minister. Good to have you on the show.
Good morning, Bridget. Good morning. It's great to be with you.
Yeah, look, it's good to talk. I know you've been into the new job just for a couple of months now, but it'd be good for our viewers to hear your outline of plans, in particular for Alice Springs, in terms of a reduction in crime. What sort of things are you asking of the federal government?
Yeah, we've been really focused on law and order, but also on our economy. The Territory really has everything that this nation needs in terms of critical minerals, energy security, our strategic location in the Indo-Pacific. And so as part of that strong law and order platform, which is the foundation of every strong community, we've been really focused here in Alice Springs in making sure that we put the efforts required in through our police and a range of other measures. And I've been working with the Prime Minister and his team around 7 key asks that we believe will really help reduce crime and deal with the root causes of crime. But yesterday, Federal Opposition Leader Peter Dutton flew to Alice Springs and made a commitment that if they were to obtain government at this federal election, they will implement all 7 of our asks, which is great news for Alice Springs.
So what, in terms of federal funding, do you think needs to change to ensure that people feel safer in Alice Springs?
It's not always about the money, it's about the policy setting. So part of our 7 is around making sure that parents of youth criminals have the opportunity to be income managed at a higher level so that we can make sure that money is going onto food and other necessities rather than onto things like gambling and alcohol and cigarettes. We also want to make sure there's more opportunity for people who receive Centrelink payments to be going to work and that there's regular important reporting around that. There's a real need for royalty reform in Central Australia and expanded referral pathways to income management, as well as higher thresholds for that income management. And one very effective tool, which the Prime Minister moved very quickly on and is now backed up by Peter Dutton, is around expanding CASA exemptions so that our police here in Alice Springs can use our police drones with much greater capacity. And we're seeing wonderful results from police being able to really find those stolen vehicles or follow perpetrators. It's been an incredibly effective tool, and we're really proud to be working at that federal level to really unlock an untapped resource for our police, which is paying dividends on the ground.
Let's talk about the prison system in the NT. Has it moved into a crisis situation in NT jails? We're hearing reports of prisons overflowing of human rights concerns within jails.
There's no question our correction system is in crisis, and this is the legacy that's been left to us after 8 years of an incompetent and failed Labor government. Since coming to power in August, we've put more than 400 additional prisoners into the system, and that's because they were out on the street perpetrating violence against our people. So we make no apologies for coming down and saying enough is enough, people deserve to be safe. And that, of course, is putting even more pressure on a system that wasn't invested and supported by the previous Labor government. But we very quickly, within weeks of coming to government, stood up a corrections master plan. And so here in Alice Springs, we should have 96 more beds literally in a day or two. We've just stood up another 48 in Darwin. So that important work is happening, and our police and our corrections officers are doing an exceptional job because they're part of our community too. They want the community to be safe, and criminals don't belong on the streets. They belong behind bars, and that's exactly where they are under a CLP government.
So in your term, do you expect the prison population will increase substantially, and what will be the protections in place within jails to ensure people aren't sleeping beside toilets or have no air conditioning or aren't sleeping in cells which are 40 degrees?
Well, what I can guarantee is that if you do the right thing, you'll live a good life. If you perpetrate violence and commit crimes on innocent Territorians, you'll end up in prison. Prison is an uncomfortable place. It's not designed to be a holiday camp. We won't be putting air conditioning in or making it a luxurious destination. This is a prison for people who've done the wrong thing. And so, of course, all of the human rights...
So you won't be putting air conditioning into prisons in the middle of the wet season in the Northern Territory where we know temperatures soar. Isn't that a health concern and a safety concern, Chief Minister?
Well, as I said, if you'd like to live somewhere with air conditioning, stay at home, be an upstanding citizen, don't perpetrate violence on others.
Just quickly before we let you go, I have to ask you about Virgin's decision to pull flights from Adelaide to Darwin. This must be a real blow to Territorians who love to get back to Adelaide to see family.
There's a really strong connection between South Australia and the Northern Territory, myself included. But of course, you know, this is just endemic of 8 years of economic failure. We've had population stagnation, an economy going backwards, and we're seeing these types of big decisions being made. But that's why our focus is on growing the economy. We've got some major economic reform for the Territory starting February this year, which we're really excited about. And slowly but surely, we'll rebuild the economy, rebuild the Territory, and again, show the rest of this country why we're such an important asset in the strategic future of Australia.
You don't need to tell James and I. We live there for many years and we love it a lot, and we get up there whenever we can. Thanks so much, Leah Finocchiaro, for your time on the program this morning.
Take care.